Of course, the African American vote, very important in this election, and the president of the Nevada Republican Black Caucus, Sherman Ray, joining us now live. Sherman, how are you?
I'm doing awesome, thank you.
All
Thanks
right.
for inviting me on the show.
Well, thank you for your time and expertise. We do appreciate it. President Trump right now is being cast as the underdog here in Nevada. If he's going to win tonight, what did he need to see from turnout when it comes to his supporters here in Nevada? And do you think he's going to get it?
Yeah, what happens normally, and I think we've all seen this before, is that the early turnout generally goes to Democrats, but Republicans tend to come out a lot more during the actual day of voting. As a matter of fact, I'm out here at South Point right now. In order for President Trump to win, really, we've got to come out and really support the president. After the 4 years of what he's taken for the country, I think it's the least we could do.
Yeah, you got to go over and say hello to anchor Ross DeMattei, who's also down there at the
I
South
know,
Point.
I saw it. Yeah, I was watching. That was pretty fun.
So, getting back to the issues at hand here, of course, racial tension has been front and center over the past 5 months or so. So how do you think that's going to impact the vote here in Nevada?
Well, we live in kind of a microcosm here in Las Vegas. So we're like the Mississippi of the West. The things that are happening in Baltimore, Cleveland, those areas generally don't affect us here in Las Vegas. And yet we still have to be very conscious here in Las Vegas that we take care of the Black community. President Trump's Platinum Plan and the things that he's done, the HBCU stuff, has actually impacted us in the community a lot more. And what I've heard from the people that I speak to, especially those who are under the age of 40, is they remember Joe Biden. They remember the 1994 crime bill. And I think Las Vegas is going to come out in mass for President Trump.
Well, we've seen President Trump on the campaign trail and really throughout the past couple of months, even throughout part of his presidency, be a little slow to openly condemn white supremacy. Do you think that's going to hurt him?
No, President Trump, and that's kind of an interesting thing about it. He has actually come out against white supremacists. He's come out against Antifa, the Proud Boys, all of these groups, and it just seems like the media tends to lock in on certain phrases or certain statements that he might make. I don't really believe that people really believe that President Trump, who has a Jewish grandchildren, he's got an immigrant wife, is a racist. So I don't think that really plays within the Black community.
I'm curious if Joe Biden happens to win tonight and win the presidency. Is he someone that you think you could be able to work with and find some common ground with?
Well, I believe as a Republican, we work with everybody. Unlike our Democrat counterparts, Republicans will work across the aisle, and it's really, can we get Democrats to work with us? Right now, they've sworn that they're going to pack the courts. They're going to do anything and everything they can to make it very tough for there to be any kind of bipartisan legislation that's going to be passed. So really the question is, will the Democrats work with Republicans?
Sherman Ray, thank you so much again for your time and expertise. We appreciate your perspective.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, and good luck tonight.